Hi, my name is Bill Ham, and I'll be walking you through the process of entering contact reports in Agilon, how to copy a contact report to multiple IDs, and finally, how to enter plan contacts. You want to enter a contact report anytime you have a contact with a constituent that furthers the relationship between that constituent and the university. When I say relationship, I'm specifically referring to the philanthropic relationship, a contact that moves the donor through the donor cycle. The prospect management policy and procedures distinguish between active and passive contacts in order to determine what contacts count towards your metrics. Active contacts are customized and oriented towards individuals, are usually meetings, emails, letters, and email engagement, and require a contact report. Passive contacts do not contribute directly to a solicitation, are often email blasts and mailings, are chance encounters, or occur in a group setting and do not require a contact report. Passive contacts can be recorded as miscellaneous so that it is recorded but doesn't count towards your metrics at the end of the year. Such contacts might include sending a birthday card to a donor or sharing a table with a donor at a dinner. While sending a birthday card may be meaningful to the donor, it doesn't necessarily move them through the donor cycle. It is equally important to note why a constituent may not be a viable donor at this time. For example, if Mr. Doe tells me he would love to donate to the university, but he's putting 3 children through college right now, that would be worth documenting for future reference. If ever you are unsure whether or not to document a contact, I would err on the side of documenting. We are beginning on the constituent profile screen for Mr. John Doe. To create a new contact, we are going to navigate to the left-hand side of the screen, scroll down to the Prospects module, and click on Contacts/Plans. On this screen, you have 2 types of contacts to work with, plan contacts at the top and contacts at the bottom. We're going to start with contacts. If you need to modify any previous contacts with this constituent, you can click the box on the left-hand side of that respective contact report and click Modify. However, today we're going to be adding a new contact report, so we're going to click Add. At the top of the template, you will see the principal ID is pre-populated. If you engaged multiple constituents during this contact, you can enter them in the participants field by entering their Agilon ID number or by searching for them using the magnifying glass. You can also click Add Spouse to add their spouse to this contact report. You want to ensure your manager information is correct on the right-hand side. If there were multiple managers involved in this contact, you may add them. It is mandatory to add the date of the contact. Time and duration are not required. The type of contact is required. Did you send this person a letter? Did you visit them in town or travel to Colorado to see them? Did you teleconference them over Zoom, FaceTime, or some other type of media? Choose the appropriate type of contact. If this is in reference to a specific proposal, you can enter the proposal number here and the fund number here. That is not mandatory. However, solicitation level is mandatory. Please mark what level this constituent is in. If he has been in solicitation and I want him moved to stewardship, all I have to do is click stewardship and then check the box next to move. And when I save this contact report, he will automatically be moved into stewardship. Down here, you do have to enter an appropriate title and enter the contact details. The title can be kept simple with pertinent details left below. Other good information to include would be location, attendees, a summary of the conversation, next steps, pertinent information on their business, family, or personal status as it would affect a gift or campaign proposal, updates on personal and family interests are good as well. For qualification visits, a contact report should specifically provide some variation of yes, potential prospect is qualified as a prospect, or no, potential prospect is not a prospect at this time. Review your information, ensure everything is correct, and then click Save. This contact report is now complete, so I will now show you how to copy a contact report to multiple IDs. Let's say that you've written around 20 birthday cards this month to your donors, and now you want to create contact reports for all of them. If you don't want to go through one by one and enter those contact reports on each of their files, we can do this process. Start from the contact/plan screen and add a new contact. I will fill this in, make sure it has all the information that I need. Going to label this birthday card. You want to keep this pretty generic. If I said I mailed a birthday card to Mr. Doe for his 40th birthday, I'd be entering details that are not applicable to other constituents. So just make sure you leave it a little bit generic so it applies to everyone. You want to review your information and make sure it's all correct. In this case, there is one thing that I need to change on solicitation level because this is a birthday card. As I mentioned earlier, this is a miscellaneous contact, so I need to label it thusly. After I make sure everything is correct, I will click Save. From here, you will check the box next to the contact report that you want to copy over to multiple IDs, and then at the bottom you will click Copy to Multiple IDs. It will take you to this screen, and the next thing that you will need is you'll have to create an Excel file that looks exactly like this. You will need a column with a header that says ID, and below that you will need all the IDs listed for all of the files that you want the contact report copied to. You have to include the leading zeros for each 9-digit ID. Lastly, the file must be saved in .xls format. When you go to Save As, you want to choose the Excel 97-2003 format .xls. If you save it as any other format, it will not be compatible with Agilon. So once you have saved it, you want to come back to this screen, choose File of IDs, and you're going to browse for the file, select it, open it. You want to then click Validate IDs. On the following page, you will either have a breakdown of what you're uploading, or you will have an error message at the top if something wasn't right with your formatting. If everything looks correct, you'll click Save. And on the following page, you'll have a confirmation message that the contact was copied. This is how you copy contacts to multiple IDs. Moving on to plan contacts, we will go back to contacts/plans, go to plan contacts and click Add. Plan contacts allow you to plan next steps with a constituent. If I have a meeting with Mr. Doe and I decide that in 2 weeks I want to follow up, I can set myself a reminder here, and whenever I make plan contacts, you can find these reminders under tasks. You can also have these added to your Outlook calendar. It's a very simple form, looks almost just like the contact form. You want to make sure your manager information is correct. You have to choose a future date. So I'll just pick the 15th. You may click Add to Calendar if you want this to be sent to your Outlook calendar. If you do that, then whenever you save, you will get an email notification. You still have to enter the mandatory contact information, the type of contact, solicitation level, contact title and details. And this way you're obligating yourself to follow through and speaking it into existence. After you're done and all the information is correct, you'll click Save. On the contact/plan screen, you can also select multiple plan contacts like this, and then you can click add selected plans to calendar, and you'll get a notification just like this showing that it's been added to your calendar. One last trick that I want to show you is that these forms are interchangeable. If I add a new contact and I fill it out, and let's just say I enter a lot of text here in the details, and I realize, you know what, I actually meant for that to be a planned contact or vice versa. All you have to do is click this button. It will save everything that you entered and put it into the other format. So this is an interchangeable form. That concludes our training for the day. Thank you for your time.